Hi, this is VI-C19, the 100% digital lung ventilator. On this video, we will show how to connect the ventilator and the supply of air and oxygen, how to start calibrated, and how to initiate a ventilation on the patients. First of all, we need to connect the hoses on the supply of oxygen and the air. On the ventilator, you can observe the labels indicating where it connects the oxygen and the air. I'm going to open the regulators and make sure the pressure is 4.5. This is important, 4.5. Okay, with the supply connected, we can now turn on the ventilator. Okay, in this screen, we will start the process of calibration. This is a very important step, and you must follow the indications on the screen. Follow the steps. First, connect the circuit which came with the equipment. It has to be this one, because otherwise the ventilator might not work properly. So connect. As described in the screen, connecting the 70 cm self-calibration tube in the utilized noses as shown. So this is how it should be connected. And press next. Okay, configuration. Disconnect the tubes from the equipment, outlet noses, leave the noses open, and then press next. Finish. Now the equipment is calibrated. Connecting the circuit of the patients. Okay, this is the main screen. We have the model of the equipment, the level of the battery. This button is for calculating complacency and the resistance of the breathing circuit. Information about the patient's gender, height, and predict weight. This button is to prevent accidental settings, because this is a touch screen, so when it's locked, you cannot do anything on the screen. Those buttons are for set up the equipment, operation. You can choose between invasive or not invasive ventilation. VCV, PCV, and PSV is support pressure for disintubate the patient. No invasive, also PSV, CPAP, B-level, and APRV. Okay, let's choose, for example, PCV. You choose between the mode you want and press confirm. Events. Here you can see all events during the ventilation of the patients. What happens, alarms, everything happens will be here. Patients. Here you must enter the information about the patients. For example, the name, the bed, the gender, the height. This will be used to predict weight. For example, Maria, the predict weight is 53 kilograms. You can also preset the alarms, the minimum and the maximum, the range of the alarms, and now you can press confirm. About the predict weight, the ventilator already showed us presets. You can also change. Presets. When everything is okay, you can start the ventilation, press initiate. Now we are ventilating the patient, as you can see in this lung of tests. Every time the blue light appears, it means the ventilator are doing some calculation. Now here he was calculating the compliance and resistance of the circuit. So we have the graphics, measure parameters, and setting the settings. We can change parameters. This green screen blinking indicates you change the parameter, but it not start the parameter. You need to press. Now the change will be applied. Every time you change important parameter, the competency and resistance will be calculated again. Okay, success. You can also provoke this calculation pressing this button. You can also change the ventilation mode. We are in PCV. Let's change to VCV. Change, confirm. They already bring the parameters, but it's still in PCV. We need to check the parameters, do the changes we need, and hit the initiate. Only when you hit this button, it really turn to VCV or the other model you choose. If you not hit this button, he will back to the previous one. Also, we change some parameters. The equipment will calculate the RC. Another feature: if you need to take the patient for some exam, you can pause the ventilation. So all parameters, all log events will be preserved. The equipment is in standby mode, so you can take the patients, do the exams, do whatever you need to do, and when they come back, you just return, and the ventilation continues, the same parameters, nothing change. About the alarms, as I said, you can change, you can set all here, or you can press here and set the specific one. So you can play here, or just slide and set the alarm, minimum, maximum, and minimum alarm. Then hit confirm. Okay. To stop the ventilation to when it's finished, you need to press here. And do you really want to turn off the ventilation? You can stand by, as I said, or you can hit OK. Now the ventilation is finished. To turn off the ventilator is important if you to stop the ventilation, as I did, and then you can turn off. Just hit the button off, and the equipment will start the process of our shutting down.